newspaper, Daily Trust, Leadership newspaper, This Day, The Nation, Nigerian Tribune, Daily Post newspaper in time is to everyone out there trying as much as possible in a safe sake. I hope we understand that. And now to the bees this morning. 0818 Labour Opinion of the Minister of Finance, Wale Edun. Mrs. Fairness as U.S. lawmaker, Fairness as U.S. law firm that it is adhering to due process in the of its top in that according to Nigeria may suspend interest on funds in Kebbi 100 billion. Lastly, we see here as well that NCDMB gets $30 million interest from Development Money Bankers Intervention for Nigerian Content Development Fund and gas is on the cover page failure to make fresh negotiating decision. Record sustainable as the basic minimum wage and present an affordable, sustainable and realistic figure within 2 days. Let's see here on Vanguard newspaper, Presidential Fiscal Policy Committee recommends cautious borrowing. Price drops below budget as output stagnates. Results in Southeast. Abba killings reps order probe as army dismisses claims on 475 naira to Gani Adams asked court to strike out Igboho's 500 million naira defamation suit. Gani defamation suit. Are Ono State High Court sitting in more popularly called an order compelling the defamation which he claimed others. A declaration that the content of an audio clip between the defendant Adams and a third party named Nur Banjo that took place somewhere libelous and defamatory. We'd also see more stories here. It says that the federal government plans 6.6 trillion naira supplementary budget under ASAP, and it comes to two riders. And ASAP recommends 20 executive orders to fast-track economy. The federal government may soon approach the National Assembly of the accelerated stabilization economy-related 8 priorities. ASAP, among other things, recommended the unbundling and million smart meters and 150,000 distribution transformers to enable growth of the power sector. I found the story on Vanguard, and here as well it says that court orders for forfeiture of property worth 11.14 billion naira linked to Emefiele. Court orders for forfeiture of property worth 11.14 billion naira linked to Emefiele. Passengers stranded as Abuja to Kaduna train derails. Ouch. Passengers stranded as Abuja to Kaduna train derails. Several passengers were yesterday stranded after the territory FCT. One of the passengers informed that the train derailed at about 3:52 p.m. less than 30 minutes after it departed Kuba station in Abuja. And this is the second time in 2 weeks that the train has run off its tracks. On May 23, carriages were said to have gone off the tracks, but there were no casualties. You find the rest of that story on the Vanguard newspaper. Apparently, there are still no casualties for the derailment of this particular train as well. Thankfully. Now we see full subsidy. Stop deceiving Nigerians. Atiku charges Tinubu. Stop deceiving Nigerians. Atiku charges Tinubu. It says that it comes to two riders. Say subsidy payments error economics failing. And Bola Tinubu to stop deceiving. He said this in a statement in Abuja yesterday. He explained that contrary to the president's public posturing about removing fuel subsidy, The Tinubu administration has been secretly paying trillions of naira as subsidy on premium motor spirit petrol. I had in my statement, he said, and I quote, I had in my statement reviewing the 1 year of the Bola Tinubu administration urged the government to come clean on the actual position of the subsidy policy. These were my exact words. Provide clarity on the fuel subsidy regime, including the fiscal commitments and benefits from the fuel subsidy reform and the impact of this on the Federation accounts. And that you find on the Vanguard newspaper today. We'll also take a look at this story that says we are not in merger talks with any political party, says the PDP. We are not in merger talks with any political party, says the PDP. And with that, I'd like to go on a very short break. When I'm back here, I'll continue from where I left off. Do stay tuned. The newspaper review right here on Citizen 93.7 FM. We left off at taking a look at the Vanguard newspaper, and now we'll take a look at the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. On the Daily Trust, the cover page says 6 rescued, 14 still trapped 2 days after mining pit collapse in Niger. 6 people have been rescued while 14 other miners are still being trapped 2 days after a mining pit collapsed in Galadima, Kogo. Shiroro local guards could not independently establish if the 6 people rescued were alive or dead. And I will take a look at more stories here on Daily Trust. It says 2023 elections expose APC's fake membership figure, National Secretary. 2023's elections expose APC's fake membership figure, National Secretary. Obasanjo says stomach infrastructure more important to Nigerians now. Stomach infrastructure more important to Nigerians now. I served Kaduna with integrity, El-Rufai. I served Kaduna with integrity, El-Rufai. Nasser El-Rufai, former governor of Kaduna State, says he served with imported how the ad hoc committee set up Wednesday. And receiving the reports, the Speaker of the Kaduna House of Assembly, Yusuf Liman, said a total 423 billion naira was siphoned by the El-Rufai, recommended the investigation and prosecution corruption agencies. There's definitely more to that story. You can get up to speed with it by getting a copy of Daily Trust newspaper and looking out for the headline, which reads, I served Kaduna with integrity, paying fuel subsidy. Federal government said that fuel subsidy is projected to go, and this is against the 3.6 trillion. A draft copy reported of the Accelerated Stabilization and Advancement Plan, as we had seen on the Punch newspaper, presented expenditure on fuel subsidy 8 trillion more than the amount, affecting the reform initiatives and stimulate development in various sectors of the economy. And you find that restricting herders movement. Northern Senators Mark Ban reject bill restricting herders, have rejected a bill seeking the establishment of ranching. The Daily Trust newspaper now. Peter Obi's directorate. You find dies. Gombe to issue Almajiri ID cards. Gombe to issue Almajiri ID cards. Public in inquiries to take a look at On the cover page of Leadership newspaper, it says 1 year after, federal government still struggling with fuel subsidy payment. 1 year after, federal government still struggling with fuel subsidy payment. That point from his presidential inaugural 194 naira a litre to over 600 naira due to market forces. However, the price had stabilized at the present cost despite fluctuations in the international price of crude, leading many to conclude that the government must be paying some subsidy on the June 2024. In Rivers APC scores Fubara administration is 0. It says that the opposition of Progressives Congress APC in Rivers State has said that APC Caretaker Committee Chairman in the state, Chief Tony Okocha, disclosed this on Tuesday while addressing administration of Rivers State under Governor Simina Lai. Fubara is a sham. Take it on a scale of 1 to 10, he scored -0. In other words, it is apt to say that we have relapsed the days of primitive administrations in our political history. One project he commenced and completed is here. Reps demand more military bases to stop plateau killing. College wins NTA's science quiz competition. College wins NTA's military civil service to embrace digital transportation. Wike asked Federal Capital Territory civil service to embrace digital transformation. Now El-Rufai, ex-commissioners mismanaged 423 billion naira, says Kaduna Assembly. Former Kaduna State billion naira in 8 years. The state Sun OK's 86 standards for CNG project. Sun OK's 86 standards for CNG target. Only those on APC e-register will be considered for appointment, says Ganduje. Only those on APC e-register will be considered for appointment, says Ganduje. Court orders another forfeiture of 11 billion naira property linked to Emefiele. And now in the world of sport, FIFA World Cup 26, Lukman Iwobi swells Super Eagles camp. Super Eagles camp. The Uyo camp of the Super Eagle is now bursting at the seams following the arrivals of Atalanta's yesterday ahead of tomorrow's 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier against Bafana of South Africa. And also in sports, it says that Nigeria versus South Africa still. Olawoyi missed Eagles preparation for Bafana, says Ndidi. Labor strike nearly missed Eagles preparation for Bafana, says Ndidi. Lefty has negatively affected the Super Eagles preparations for tomorrow's crucial 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier against the Bafana of South Africa in Uyo. Ndidi, in an interview with NFF TV, decried the situation that hindered the full complement of the team to arrive on time at the Uyo camp, with only 15 out of the 23 invited players training on Monday. He says, and I quote, "To be honest, the labor strike has affected preparation because normally we ought to have started training on Saturday, but few days have gone, but we are yet to achieve. Know that we are doing. By now, we're supposed to know what we are doing regarding how to approach the game, but we haven't been able to do that. Well, match and everything goes well." And now we take a look at this day newspaper for this morning. The cover page also reads, billion naira ex-governor says he's his ex-governor of reckless award of contract dollar cash with no records. Federal government use Nigeria U.S. food insecurity may hit Nigeria. 17 other countries. Acute food insecurity may hit Nigeria, and severity in 18 hunger hotspots, including Nigeria, a new United Nations early warning report has revealed. The report released recently and the Sudan and further Sudan, bringing further climate extremes that could upend lives and livelihood. There's definitely more to this story, so you can get a copy of this day newspaper. Food insecurity may hit Nigeria. Bloomberg, Nigeria may suspend import levies on food to ease inflation. Nigeria may suspend import levies on food to ease inflation. Tinubu tasks citizens, stakeholders to safeguard environment. Tinubu tasks citizens, stakeholders to safeguard environment. International Human Rights Commission's chief tips Enugu as fourth UN headquarters. International Human Rights Commission's chief tips Enugu as fourth UN partner to plant 1 million trees. NNPC Foundation, Katsina government partner to plant 1 million trees. Senate steps down 98.5 billion naira FCT supplementary appropriation bill for lacking details. It says that the Senate yesterday stepped down the 98.5. The federal lawmakers, Senate leader Okwen for second ongoing infrastructure projects of the funds utilization. The lawmaker representing Imo West, Osita Isu Nazo, acknowledged the progress of ongoing projects in the FCC but emphasized the need for more detailed information. Similarly, the senator representing Niger East, Sani Musa, noted that the bill's presentation violated the traditional procedure for money bills, which requires a detailed breakdown of expenditures, revenue sources, and previous budget performance. Here we see that infrastructure, FG restores them. Labor grounds Nigeria plunges cutlery. And now we see unlock opportunities, propel SMEs growth. Visa issuing banks can unlock opportunities, propel SMEs growth. Stakeholders applaud Alaro for positioning Nigeria's economy. Stakeholders applaud Alaro for positioning Nigeria's economy. PalmPay resumes onboarding of new customers. PalmPay resumes onboarding of new customers. Airtel Africa CEO honored with Lifetime Achievement Award. And we see full-time in politics. Diko Rada, posting of junior military men should be based on state of origin for sound security. Posting of junior military men, judiciary's albatross. Conflicting court orders as judiciary's albatross. Can federal government rescue LGs from governor's stranglehold? Can federal government rescue LGs from governor's stranglehold? VIO office. Other armed security by invading vehicle inspection officers, VIO, at their AYA roundabout office in Abuja. It is a common knowledge that VIOs do not arising from traffic. Headline, Customs Officers invasion of VIO office. Now let's take a look at Nigerian Tribune before we call it a day. Hopefully, it says here on the cover page, due process will be applied in Binance Executives trial. Federal government, due process will be applied in Binance Executives party. PDP says we are not think is bringing it. BSC is wrong. Discrimination against only U.S. varsity partner on research development. How Tinubu government is tackling skill gaps out of school challenge in Nigeria, says. Okay. Confusion, bickering trail launch of 15 new boats on Lagos waterways. Confusion, bickering trail Trail launch of newspaper says on the cover page strongly opposed a bill for an act. Senator Titus Tatenga targeted at relocating Fulani headers wherever they may not know where they came from. The concerned lawmaker maintained that the bill was in breach of the Constitution of Nigeria, 1999 as amended, particularly in regard to choice of residence, insisting that nobody should be denied where they choose to live. Barrow stoked heated debate as he expressed rejection, but was the lone voice as other senators who contributed. We'd also see here that House of Reps says Boko Haram operatives taking over forest in Plateau. House of Reps, Boko Haram operatives taking over forest in Plateau. Sterling Bank drives e-mobility innovation with GFA Technologies, Microsoft industry leaders. Advancing leather in partnership with WEMA. On World Environment Day, Abia Environment Day, the government of Abia State, in collaboration with the Ministry of Environment and Urban Renewal, joined their counterparts all over the world on Wednesday to celebrate World Environment Day in the state. Speaking on Wednesday, after environment sensitization exercises with the Aba business community and a road walk, the Abia State Commissioner for Environment, Philemon Asoye Ogbona, reiterated the government's commitment to ensuring a clean and healthy environment for the citizens. Now, he boasted that Abia is currently the cleanest state in the country, adding that achieving a healthy environment will be an ongoing process. One of the cardinal policy objectives of the Governor Alex Oti-led administration is to make Abia people enjoy a clean and healthy environment. Since he has used with the silting of the gutters, going to be as before the previous governments got Abia the dirtiest state in Nigeria. From now on, Abia State is a safe haven, the commissioner stated. Paying subsidies, lying about it, nothing. Today's Nigeria's collapsed mine. Lack of economic moves to strengthen Nigeria's push for a second reading, a bill for an act to make provision for the Nigerian gold reserve industry. The bill, sponsored by Senator Natasha Akpoti Uduaghan, PDP Kogi Central, seeks a robust framework for the harnessing, exploitation and marketing of gold, which has about 600,000 metric tons of reserves in the country. The proposed legislation presents a significant opportunity to drive economic growth and diversification by creating a conducive environment for investment in the gold sector that can attract both domestic and foreign investors, stimulate jobs said and done. And the story is being taken a look at. We couldn't have an analyst with us this morning, but yet again, taking a look at the headlines, you are abreast of the things happening within our very own country, Nigeria. And now this is Citizen 93.7 FM. We bring you the paper reviews. We bring you different conversations on topical issues right here every day. And the newspaper review will be back here tomorrow by 7 a.m. Hopefully our in-house analyst or any other analyst will be available to review the papers with me. My name is Sean Smith, and to our listener this morning, thank you for staying tuned, and I do hope let's try as much as possible to say good morning to everyone out there. Good morning to you, and to you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Wake up. Reach out. Speak up. Speak out. You are the voice of a new generation. And this is you are the voice of a new state. The 93.8 seeks to broadcast a broad mix of culture and cheer out together through communication. We are more than just a radio station. We are a part of your life.
Now listen, Arumba silence. Arumba silence. This I want Arumba. Arumba silence. Some play reggae, some play calypso, some play reggae, some play disco. But now this one is Arumba style, the Arumba silence. This I want Arumba. Arumba silence. Ain't no girl I ever dance. So girl I dance with me. I would know. But why? Rosie, you don't want to dance with me. Joa, it is me. It is me. MC. So can I have a go? So if you think I can, Lord have mercy.